And today, we're reacting to TikTok expose Swoozie. If you don't know who Swoozie is, I'm sure Nobly will talk about his origin, but he's an animator. If Don was the first black animator to like make it cool, Swoozie was just probably like the first black animator. You know what I'm saying? I remember seeing his videos when I was a lot younger and enjoying those whenever they popped up. Let's get into the video, man. Let's see what this exposing is, because everybody getting exposed, man. You know, they almost got me. I weathered through the storm. Let's get into that.
You can imagine. He says, I did what any red-blooded male would do. The girl gets out of the hot tub and is crying because of what he did to her in the hot tub while she was... And she has a boyfriend, by the way.
He leaves out the very key part about the girl initiating. I left a comment, like, hey bro, if this is an accountability check, I appreciate it. If this is you trying to just get views, not cool. I go back and check for my comment, and it's not there. I can't find it. I want to make you laugh. I want to make you think. I'm trying to put positivity back into the world.
It seems TikTok is trying to cancel one of the OGs of animated story times, that being Swoozie, after a guy came on TikTok and tried to expose him for what he claimed was Swoozie telling a story about SA and how he had done that to a girl that was drunk inside of a hot tub, causing Swoozie to get on the internet and have to clear everything up when this guy basically doesn't even post on YouTube anymore, let alone get on TikTok.
So this is one of the old story times, and he just happened to be like, nah, hold on, Swoozie he essayed somebody back how many ever years ago? Because at this point, those videos are probably like 15 years old. And I'm assuming this is about an old video, because again, this nigga doesn't post. He's not on TikTok. He don't post. He just be living his life, his rich YouTuber life. I don't know exactly what he's doing now, but that's just what's going on. Then a guy just watched an old video and was like, hold on, I got some here.
It's pretty muddy and sad at certain points. This seems like the guy was just chasing for views, but I don't want to yap too much, so I don't want to start from the very beginning with who even are any of these people in case you're unaware.
I got this. I go over, right on the wristband. My hands are like shaking as I write this. You guys see this? I am sweating retelling this story.
For anyone who doesn't recognize him or is somehow too young and watching this video and doesn't know who Swoozie is, he is an OG of animated story times. He even made his way before adding some animations, just straight up propping up a camera and telling stories about his life. He's been doing YouTube for years on top of years, around like 20 plus. And it's good.
Like that shit, if you look at a Swoozie video, that shit really might actually say the video is 15 to 17 years old.
Millions of followers across multiple different platforms, from YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all of that. And recently somebody got on TikTok to talk about their gripes with Swoozie, but it wasn't just like a normal hate video. He had some serious accusations, that being of SA, that Swoozie apparently is trying to hide from the world in a deleted video.
I do not like Swoozie at all because he sat down and animated a video about SA. I'll get to that. First things first though, he brands himself as a family-friendly channel, but half the videos are like, and then I made out with this girl, and then we got drunk, I made out with this girl, and she was crazy, and this and that. And I'm like, if most of your stories...
Bro, what are we gonna do with the world? Jesus! This nigga is the epitome of lame as fuck. This guy right here is lame as fuck, bro. Good God. This is a different level of what the fuck are you on right now, bro? What do you have, like, is there's just nothing else going on? Nothing else to do?
Are about weird situationship flirtationships that failed and you're making out with people. It's like, that's not like fun for all ages. It's kind of like preteen. Like you could have...
Oh my God. Bro, that's when we was watching their videos, dude. That's when we was watching this shit. We was preteen, like, probably like middle school, 12, 13. Oh my gosh, whoa, this is what it's gonna be like when I get older. And it's not like he was showing them like just fucking like, this is lame, bro.
Those stories, but don't market yourself as a family channel if you're having those stories. You know what I mean? The animation style is cute and kitty, but the subject matter is different. And let's get to that with this video. video, it is worse than you can imagine, okay? It was called Girls Gone Wild New Year's Eve Style. It still exists on Internet Archive if you type up the name and look on Reddit. It's so bad. He basically was like, I'm at a New Year's Eve party with a bunch of people. We're all hanging out, we're all in a hot tub, and then this girl's in the hot tub and she's hammered and she's like pressing up on me, and I'm quoting him here, he says, I did what any red-blooded male would do. And then she gets out of the hot tub and he even talks about like, I want to have a moral compass, but give me 30 minutes, it's not midnight yet. Like, what the dude, what are you talking about? So then the girl gets out of the hot tub and is crying because of what he did to her in the hot tub while she has a boyfriend, by the way, and he basically tells his friend, yo, lie to me if anyone asks about me, say you don't know me, because if the boyfriend comes for me, I'm gonna have to fight him. Like, dude, you committed a crime. You've committed a crime, dude, with a person in a hot tub. That's the craziest thing ever, to post that on the internet. He put it on the internet like, this is a good story, I'm the hero of this story. That's ludicrous, dude. Oh my god. And no one called him out for it, but he deleted the video, so evidently he knows how bad it is.
Regardless if you hate Swoozie or like Swoozie, hearing
that guy is insufferable. Jesus Christ. I remember this video very faintly. Like, I remember the drawings of him in the hot tub and it was a girl, but it definitely during that time when I watched it when I was 13 or something, like, yeah, like 13, 14, I don't even know. Definitely when I saw it. Hey, before we dive back into the video, I know y'all normally skip these ads, cause I ain't gonna lie, I do too. But don't skip me just yet, because the guys over at Free Cash are supporting this video. Free Cash is the program where you can literally earn money by trying out free apps and games. It is 100% free to sign up. All you need is an email and a password. You'll see a list of games with tasks like reach level 5 or complete a few missions. And once you do that, they credit your account. Credits from the real cash where you cash out through PayPal or gift card. You do not have to worry about them selling your data. They track your progress so that way they know when to pay you. And the reason this works is very simple. Games and apps want more people on their platform. They pay Free Cash to get people onto their app, and Free Cash shares the money with you. It's very simple. I've had a lot of supporters come to me saying they're making an extra $5 to $10 a day. Not life-changing, but it adds up. Very rarely I've seen very big payouts. I've had somebody come to me said they made $500 before. No data to lose, no money to lose. It's free, fast, and it's paying people every single day. Hit the link in my description or scan the QR code on the screen. Try a couple games and DM me when you cash out.
Accusations like this on any creator is insane, especially to have them posted on the internet. You took everything that he said at face value and didn't think he was embellishing or making anything up. This is terrible. It sounds like one of the most heinous things you can do. And to add a cherry on top of it, apparently him deleting the video makes everything 10 times worse. And let me say,
right, because that does, like, the deleting video thing, I guess could raise some eyebrows, like, oh, he realized that this did come off a certain way. Again, I don't remember the, like, if you watch it now, maybe you can, you know, when you watch some things now, you're like, oh, maybe that was a little bit weird, but I don't think, I'm not going for it though. This not, bro. I gotta see the video again, really watch with adult mind and eyes, but I'm just not going for it.
It wasn't just him that was getting his hate train off on Swoozie, it was the comments as well. Now, the original the video is deleted, so I can't pull up any comments and show you, but I did see it when it was originally posted, and they were eating that man Swoozie alive, calling him all types of crazy things, saying that they wished for his downfall, saying that they knew he was a weirdo behind the scenes, and that he had
they always do. They always know when a motherfucker was a weirdo,
be this and that. What a lot of people were asking was hoping they could see the clip, because at no point in time during his video did he pull up the original video and show parts that he talked about. He just straight up told the story himself, and from what he said, it seems like the craziest, most worst thing that could possibly happen. So obviously me, I wanted to pull up the video and actually show y'all some of the snippets that he talked about, mainly being the actual touching and what occurred inside of the hot tub before we get to Swoozie's response, because he does end up talking about the situation.
And suddenly, I feel Kim's leg just pressing up against mine. Now, some of y'all might recall when I referenced my bad boy days. Well, that's kind of what we're operating in this story. Once it became obvious that Kim pressing her leg up against mine was intentional, my hand kind of reflexively just moved on her thigh. My New Year's resolution at that time was actually going to be to set up a moral compass, try to go out of my way to be a really good guy, because a lot of the guys that I knew around me at the time were just dogs. Try to be a better person, and hopefully that'll improve other aspects of my life. And, you know, we'll just...
It's funny because This was YouTube. This was YouTube. Like, just this poorly mixed hot tub sound with this audio. Like, this was what YouTube was.
It's not midnight yet, so give me a minute. I get out and walk over, and he's like, Donde, what were you doing in the hot tub? What do you mean, what was I doing in the hot tub? You know, just getting my swerve on.
This is crazy, bro. How just like corny this sounds like as I'm hearing it, but I just remember being a kid, like, enjoying this.
Okay, well, Kim is crying her brains out right now. Crying? Wait, why is she crying? Well, she said you were doing stuff in the hot tub. Is that true? Harry, come on, man. The girl was pushing all up on me. What do you want? I did what any red-blooded male would have done in that situation. Okay, and I just used my hands and I...
Yeah, this sound crazy, like, as an adult. This do sound, if I'm gonna be 100, this does sound crazy as an adult, bro.
Went very slow, so she could have stopped me at any point. Harry's like, okay, well, she's pretty upset about it right now. By the way she was talking in the car, it sounds like she's gonna tell her boyfriend about this. Mute that. Just mute that right... No, she didn't tell me she had no boyfriend. If any of those girls ask you about me, say, you don't know me, you don't know where I live, none of that.
It does sound insane. It does sound insane. It does.
Because if you tell any of them where I live, and Kim goes and tell her boyfriend, and he shows up at my house, I'm gonna have to give him a preview of Matrix 4.
Certain things I also want to clear up before I dive into the clips I just showed you. This video, even though the guy in the original TikTok did talk about it being deleted, was deleted a while ago. It wasn't deleted because he saw this TikTok. It wasn't deleted randomly.
Again, I think the nigga might have heard, like, maybe some comments were happening. Like, you know, he just got a big catalog. Maybe he saw a few comments popping up that was getting some love and was like, ooh, this does sound weird. Maybe I should take this down because maybe there's some things that were missing, or maybe he didn't read the situation right. Because what it sounds like is he was in a hot tub with a girl. He was in a hot tub with a girl, and she was drunk as hell. And she was like pushing up and feeling on him and shit like that. And he started to reciprocate. He didn't know she had a boyfriend. He probably peeped she was drunk, but maybe he was feeling a little something too. I don't know. And he was cool, and then everything was good whenever they was touching and doing what they were doing, but then she had some regret, got out the joint, and hit that nigga with the old-fashioned. And y'all know what the old-fashioned is. The buyer's remorse. And now it gets sticky, like, oh, I'm going to tell my boyfriend, or I'm going to tell the law. Get y'all ass locked up for the next 15 years. You know?
Earlier this year, it was deleted a while ago, like years ago. In that video, you can tell how old it was, but not only the animation style, but just by how bad the storytelling was overall. Now, things inside this video probably were not told in the best way possible. I can definitely say that. But even in this video, you can see that he definitely left out some context of her initiating in some way. They are, again, intoxicated. I left out those parts because YouTube will definitely take this video down if I was to leave them in here. Along with the fact that when he was approached with this information that she was crying, he was genuinely remorseful for it. Along with the fact that he didn't even know she had a boyfriend. A lot of things were just left out of his original video that added context to make people understand not only why he was telling the story, but the overall way the actual story got told. And this is him being younger. This isn't like him being in his 20s or partying out when he's like really older. This story was around the time he was a teenager. Like, I think he said 15, 16, around that time.
Oh, really?
I'm still a pretty young kid. And I'll be honest, I watching the entire story, even in the supercut that I did, I left out some context. When he's talking about him being a bad boy or him wanting to have an actual moral compass, that was because he saw the rest of his friends making out with the girls in the hot tub and doing other things that he did not want to do. And that's what he meant when he said that. It was meant to be a little joke in contrast to the things that he was actually seeing. Now, it might seem like I'm defending him a lot, but I just want to add as much context as possible, even though I do feel like the way that he told the story probably wasn't the best way that he definitely could have done it, because there are some
again, a different time
parts where it's like, dang, you really didn't have to say that, or you really didn't have to show that. It's not the way that the guy in the original TikTok is framing it as this crazy outlandish story where he just took advantage of this girl, sat there, watched her crying, and was talking about, well, I did what any red-blooded man would do in that situation, as if he is trying to diminish her feelings. That's really just not the case at all. And because of the way that he told the story and the way that he did things, Swoozie ended up getting on his own TikTok account to try and clarify stuff.
So this hot tub situation, 15 or so years ago, I uploaded a video. It's a story time, New Year's Eve, me and 2 other guys were in a hot tub. These 3 girls jump in the hot tub, they've been drinking. Guy to my left is the only person that knows these 3 girls. Me and the guy in front of me, never seen these girls ever in our life. The guy and girl in front of me, they start going at it. The girl next to me starts touching me underwater. She initiates. That's a very key detail. It starts with hand touching and it ends with hand touching. We all get out of the hot tub. The girl that was next to me starts crying and then she goes, I have a boyfriend. Last night I opened up my phone and I stumbled onto this TikTok where this dude is talking about this hot tub video. Some more context, I was a teenager when this hot tub story happened. Had not even had my first kiss, if that tells you my level of experience at this point. He's talking about the story, but he leaves out the very key part about the girl initiating. So now you can spin a story like this very easily, which is exactly what he did. I left a comment like, hey bro, if this is an accountability check, I appreciate it. If this is you trying to just get views, not cool. I go back and check for my comment and it's not there. I can't find it. I had no intentions of jumping on here and giving the full context, but now I have to. If you've ever seen one of my story times, you know I usually put messages in them. I tell you the story, something crazy happened, and then here's the message. Overtone, sometimes an undertone. In this particular message, it was a warning to men. In that video when I made it, I wasn't as good of a storyteller as I am now. If I had to do it all over again, I would have underlined a little bit more what my actual message was. Like, guys, be careful.
There's still more to this apology, but
There it is. Again, like I don't think this nigga need to be crucified for this. They tried to get him though. That was bogus. They tried to get this man, bro. We see it. He tried to, the white guy came on here like, oh my god, fucking Swoozie, so fucking. It's not that, bro. It's not that. I genuinely believe that shit wasn't that.
I want to cut it right there just to talk about that small portion where he definitely does clear up certain things that people probably didn't hear from his video, being that yes, she did initiate it, which I showed y'all from the clips, and yes, he was still younger teen, like 16, 15, around that time. Apparently never even had his first kiss. It was navigating a different scenario, also trying to show guys why you should not do stuff like this. But
yeah, now just to leave y'all not to give y'all a message, right? Not to leave just yet. There's still time in the video. Bro, that drunk shit, from my young niggas to my more grown niggas that just haven't heard this, that drunk shit, girls with being drunk, that especially you don't know, unless it's your girl, leave that. No, it's not. No, it's not worth it. You don't want to be a part of that. You meet a girl, she overly drunk, and no, not overly drunk. Like, you need to be coherent. Oh, I had a few drinks. Yeah, I'm a little tipsy. No, that's the most. But you can't. I don't see how niggas can be. She sloppy's like stumbling and I'm sorry. Like, oh, but do you want to come on? Nah, I don't think I want to do that. That's not a good idea. You feel me? It's funny too, just on some shit. It really like it really shows you too. Like, I remember in college, right? Me and my girl, it was her 21st birthday. So she was lit. She was turned up. And I was turned up too, but I was nowhere near because, I got to patrol and handle shit, right? So my girl, she's talking to one of her friends. I'm turned over. I'm talking to one of my friends. And I kind of feel like, I in my periphery, I see my girl stumble a little bit. So I turn and I like grab her. I'm like, you good? And a random woman, just a random girl, was like, she's good. We're good over here. Not knowing that, this has been my girl for the past 5 years. I'm like, she's like, no, we're good over here. Don't worry about this. 5 years? Last 3 years. And my girl was like, oh no, that's mine. She's like, oh, okay. And and I say that to say, this is the mindset. You see, like, you see a drunk ass woman. People don't want to see a guy over here trying to take advantage. Oh, she extra drunk. Oh, you gonna try to finesse it? Are we good over here? She didn't even know. But you don't even know this woman. I know her. You feel me? Just stay away from that extra drunk shit, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Admits that he is not the best storyteller in the world, which makes sense for why he probably wanted to delete this video. Because if you look at any of Swoozie's most recent animations where they touch on heavy topics that are anything like this or anything adjacent to this, they're definitely going to be told in a very sensitive way. But in this video, even though he is still trying to have a lesson for a lot of people, was having a lot of jokes, it wasn't told in the most serious manner to get across what he was trying to say. Again, y'all probably won't get that from like the supercut that I showed y'all of just like the main things that the other guy said in the TikTok. But trust me, it was not some of the best storytelling thing, especially for a heavy topic such as this. So I can understand why he would want to take the video down.
It's heavy now though. Back then that shit wasn't heavy though.
Because it doesn't reflect how
so it's like, bro, if we gonna do that, there's a lot of videos on the internet, bro. Let's do it like this, right? Let's do it like this. I want to show y'all something. And we're not gonna watch it, but I want y'all to just see the like a little bit of what YouTube was. Unforgivable. Part 1. Guys, 19 years ago, guys, I want you to understand something. This nigga died? Rest in peace. Extreme profanity and content 18 and up. Guys, if you go watch this, 25 million views, by the way. This was like, at this time, this was like funny content to like 20 years ago. I'm 27. You feel me? So I just want to preface, like, when y'all go and take a step to go watch this, this is what YouTube was, guys, right? So we can't even listen to this. It's literally just a fake story. But yeah, damn, I kind of want to watch this. But yeah, just saying. Go watch this video, Unforgivable 1. And this was the world. This is the type of content it was. All right.
You would see these topics in the modern day, or how his story times would go if he was to redo it now.
I'm not trying to be a fake family-friendly channel. I talk about these things because I'm trying to give brotherly advice that I never got. So I'm going to talk about hookups, alcohol, relationships, situationships, because I'm trying to give the big brotherly advice that I never got. And I'm sure that a lot of people never got. I want to make you laugh. I want to make you think. I'm trying to put positivity back into the world. That's my mission statement. Same way people lie on you, they lie on me. People are gonna come at you sideways, initiate something, and then when you react, they're gonna retell the story, omitting the stuff that they did, and
people that roll up their jacket sleeves like this. Interesting guy, all right?
Just talk about your reaction. Happens to me too. I delete videos, I remove pictures off my Instagram. We all do it, we all have our reasons. Some stuff we post in 2015, we don't want out there in 2025. I address very serious topics in a very mature way. And I don't like revealing stuff like this, but if you really pay attention to the videos, I'm the passive protagonist, which means I usually just sit by and crazy crap happens to me. So if I'm just sitting here and a ratchet map spawns on top of me, I'm gonna talk about it to try to help anybody else navigate the same thing if they find themselves in a situation that they're uncomfortable with or that they're not prepared for. If I found myself in a situation and I can share my experience on here and help a million people not make the same mistake that I made, I'm gonna make that video. I'm not perfect. So to the guy who made that video or anybody else who might wanna chime in, ask yourself before you go putting other people's name in your mouth, would I want somebody else making a video like this about me? For anybody who's still rocking with me, I will take this time right now to say I love you all very much. And it doesn't matter who you are, people in your circles will say junk about you. People outside your circle will say junk about you. If you hook up with somebody and they've been drinking, be very cautious, especially if you
nigga, we know, nigga.
Don't know this person.
I know I might seem like the biggest Swoozie defender throughout this entire video, but I just want to add as much context as possible because someone having these allegations on them is very serious and should be taken as seriously as possible. And people will go out of their way nowadays to not even trying to look for information or clarify certain things that they heard. So I want to make sure y'all have as much context as possible too. Even if you don't want to accept Swoozie's apology or Swoozie's explanation, you're able to do that knowing the full context that happened, seeing the old clips, seeing what the guy said compared to what actually happened, and even having Swoozie's input to explain even further why he said or did the things that he did. Because a lot of people, after not only watching Swoozie's video but looking up the old video and watching the entire thing, came to a very different conclusion than the guy who made that original TikTok. And I'm assuming he not only saw Swoozie's explanation of it, but also was getting flooded with a bunch of comments defending him, that he had to get on the internet and actually apologize and take accountability for what he had done in that original TikTok that again is now deleted.
Hey Swoozie, here's the comment that you said I deleted. I did not delete it. So either you deleted it or something crazy happened. I didn't delete it. I want everyone to see it. Secondly, I will admit that I made a very final claim about what the contents of that video were.
Yeah, because that was lame, buddy.
I still think the whole thing was kind of odd.
Sure.
But
I agree. I agree.
I definitely should have spoken about something this serious with much more sensitivity, much less finality, okay? And I ask anyone that wants to go seek out that hot tub video to form their own opinion on it, okay? But the way I went about it was completely wrong. You know, no sense to it. So I'm privating that video. If you're not, it might be reposted somewhere. I'm privating that video. The lesson here, kids, is don't make very final claims about.
Nigga. Like, bro, do you see how? Let me. This is what I'm gonna end off on. Niggas move so funny, like, and I know this is how a lot of people who like will leave negative comments on whoever's post, whatever it is. I know that they probably be talking that hot cash shit. And then let's say this person comes back and responds in a certain way or says this, or let's say you see this person you see this person in person. That nigga is not gonna come up to you and have that same energy. This nigga Swoozie got in the mix, and now this nigga whole energy just different. It's different. He was talking he was talking cash. Ooh, Twitch money. He was talking cash shit. Just saying. That being said, let me know what y'all think, man. Like the video, sub up, comment up, visit the channel. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm great for y'all. We're gone. NGD, let's do it.